Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check-in. Thank you for stopping by. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button and leave a comment. I appreciate having you all guys here watching my videos, supporting me, and of course if you're interested in a personal reading or a coaching session, do not hesitate to reach out via an email address. Yesterday I did a reading about 6/6 portal. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. Has different insights into what this 6 is all about. And I think especially because we've just come out of the month of May where 5 was about change and transformation. We had so much transformational energy with the eclipse season and full moon in Scorpio that this is that stabilization time, where we are kind of grounding ourselves with that new energy, with that our new identity, if you wish, for some of us, right? If we reinvented our life, right? If we completely transformed. The Death card, it's about transformation and rebirth, right? Then this is the time to kind of settle into it and see how it works out. What does it change in terms of what do you want? What are you looking to get to achieve, and who you are really, right? Because any and every transformation means getting to know yourself better. So today, and a lot of the messages were around, or actually the main message was around self-care and self-nourishment. So I've got my self-compassion deck with me today. It's guided to pull it out. Haven't used it for a good year, I think. But it has different kinds of practices for self-compassion, and I will pull a card for each of the twins towards the end to get us some ideas, some guidance, right? How can we exercise it? All right, and the movie tarot is back, so we're gonna see what this movie is like. Today I'm gonna stick with the classic read, but I'm gonna use the Sacred Traveler deck for the oracle message for each of the twins. Then we'll look at the energies with tarot, and for DM, DF, and the collective, the union, the connection. Then I'll pull a card for self-compassion practice for each of the twins, and if we have time, maybe messages between the twins as well. We'll see. So what do we have? Whoa, that was a lot. Let's try again. What do we have for Divine Feminine? What do we need to know? So many cards, so trying to jump out. Can you just have 1 or 2 cards? 2 cards, okay. Impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. Yeah, and we had that 4 of Swords energy in that message. And infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. So that's what we saw actually in the 6/6 portal energy, and that's what you are kind of riding into the month of June, or riding force into the month of June, where the abundance is coming in as long as you stay aligned and you don't, it doesn't necessarily mean taking fast action. It's not supposed to be that go-getter energy. This is where you are supposed to redirect it, to observe, to rest, and see what comes out of that energy. What about masculines? I love this infinite abundance part. That's beautiful. For the masculines, we have joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. And we saw the angel guidance towards singing and dancing over the weekend for Divine Masculine. So this is the continuation of that story. And I love this energy. Almost looks like a sun around her. This healing and joyful energy. This is also recognizing, I'm getting how beautiful, loving, and kind Divine Masculine souls are, just as they are. That they also don't need to try too hard to pretend like they are something, to get that, to be appreciated in this world. They just need to be more of themselves and have more joy in their life. Okay, what can we see? What's the energies? What's the energy of Divine Feminine Collective at this time? What do we need to know about? I will be traveling to Nevada for my crystal mining in the next 3 days. So, I mean, I'm going in 3 days and I'm gonna spend about 3 days in my trip. I will record some videos for you guys in advance so you have some guidance during this time. But if you're messaging me separately for something, if there's a delay, just know that it's about that. I'm not avoiding you. I'm just probably either I don't even have a connection because I'm be up in the mountains and around, like, outside of Reno, or I'm just busy with other stuff. So just be patient with me. I'll be back on Sunday and I'll definitely reply to all of you then. But of course, if you're looking for a personal reading, do not hesitate, and you're thinking about next week, contact me right away, because if you wait till Wednesday, there's a good chance that you aren't gonna get it until the week after. Just see. Queen of Wands, that's nice. A very divine feminine energy for me. What about masculine's energy? Wheel of Fortune, that's nice. I'm gonna read it to you because all these major arcanas have some fun stories around them in the book. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Wands. I'm actually getting that this time it's communication between the twins. It's beautiful. Actually, let's get a card for the connection. What's the connection energy at this time? Twin flame connection. What do we need to know about this connection? Okay, we've got 3 cards. We'll take them. We have the Emperor, 10 of Swords, and 4 of Cups. Okay, I'll speak about that in a minute. Let me pull some clarifiers. Please clarify Queen of Wands. Okay. Please clarify the Emperor again, and the Emperor and the High Priestess. Okay. 2 and a 4, that make a 6. We are back to the 6 numerology. Check out that video because I speak about number 6 over there a lot. Please clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Please clarify 4 of Cups. Okay. Alrighty. So, feminines. The Queen of Wands, clarified by the High Priestess and the Emperor. So this is, to me, this is the growth and the new wisdom that Divine Feminine is finding because of the twin flame connection. So in this case, I'm not being too pedantic. To me, this is like a DM and DF energies. Or if you wish, it's the masculine and feminine energy within the Divine Feminine, right? Because we are always, one of the kinds of energy work that we do is always balancing feminine and masculine within ourselves. And once it's perfectly balanced, that brings in union, right? But usually it involves some work. Most of the time, because of the way we've been brought up and influenced by the society, it's never, and treated by other people, it's never fully in balance. And unless we do conscious work to bring it to balance and to get rid of those constructs and limitations and stereotypes in our mind, you know, in terms of events, in terms of behavior, thoughts, emotions, anything and everything, every single level, it counts. Once it is balanced, then it brings that, you see, and I love this red in her dressing because to me, it actually symbolizes this high vibration of love and also feeling safe, right? Because red is the root chakra color. Very, very safe and secure, right? That's what brings security and brings the new level of ascension I love this. And that's what's bringing that abundance. But again, this is more about inner work. This is energetic work rather than taking an action outside of yourself. For the masculine, we have the Wheel of Fortune clarified by 8 of Swords. So to me, and you see this is actually a masculine figure in this card. Not every card with the Wheel of Fortune has people in it, and even fewer of them have masculine figure in it. So I think this is very loudly saying to us that, and you see like this powerful gesture that divine masculines are taking matter in their own hands. They're tired of being in this energy where they feel ashamed or they blame themselves for something, or they're blamed by other people, and that stays with them even when they're by themselves. That voice, continuing to speak those hurtful words, and them always thinking that they're not good enough. They're changing the storyline now. And they feel like, you see this clock with this Wheel of Fortune is kind of behind him. So to me, it means that divine masculines know that the higher power is on their side, that they're going to support them. But they need to show up for it, right? They need to have that conscious intention to be in more of joy and delight energy and not in this energy. That's the contrast that makes them aim towards joy and light. And let me just quickly find this in the book. This is Christopher Lloyd as Dr. Doc Emmett Brown in Back to the Future. So this is about cycles of love, destiny, life, destiny, evolution through progression, success, manifestation, sudden luck, unexpected events. Life lesson. Nothing lasts forever. Be grateful for the good times and remember, every dog has its day. The quote is, Emmett Brown just before shooting off into the sky in a flying time machine. Roads? Where are we going? We don't need roads. That's nice. To me, that's also breaking a stereotype, right? Like, seriously, you think we need a road to travel somewhere? No, we don't. Right? That's breaking this kind of unhealthy stereotypes and limitations. Beautiful. For the connection energy, we have the Emperor, 10 of Swords, and 4 of Cups, clarified by Queen of Cups. It was kind of in between the reverse, so I would just say that the love that the twins have in their heart, the pure nurturing love that they have, this motherly love even, I'm getting, yeah, thank you for that. Motherly love, but in its pure form, is helping the twins overcome those difficulties that they face in the 3D. And they could be connected with, for the most part, of course, they are, the notion of success or failure comes from outside validation, right? And that's what we see here a lot. Although it also has 10 of Swords here, which means that although we aren't supposed to care about external validation, it still hurts us if it comes up as negative, as like in love, right? Like, any kind of experience can be positive or negative and can be seen as positive or negative. But we are asked, when we're in loving energy, we're asked to show love and compassion to anything and everything that happens around us. But the outside voices oftentimes drive us into the opposite energy of pain and fear. So to me, these cards are talking about the twins being able to turn things around, just with a different vibration, just with a different energy. And those experiences seem like a lost cause, or where it felt like the opportunity was missed, they turn into even better opportunities in the future, where the twins understand why it wasn't supposed to work then, because it wasn't the divine timing, it wasn't the time. And now it's exactly the right time. Or maybe it wasn't supposed to happen because something even better comes along, right? It was that sort of idea. They're able to see that in a lot more of the events in their life. And actually we speak about that a lot, and when I talk about it with my clients, a lot of them say, or they think about something very recent, right? Like, since they've embarked on this spiritual path. I don't know, a month ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, something happened to me. Yeah, I didn't realize it then, but now I see why it played out that way, right? Or what about your school years? When you graduated, started working, when you met your first love, when you maybe got married for the first time, when you lost your best friend 10 years ago, when your parents split up, or something of those kinds. Like, don't forget that it's still important to go back. And then an extra twist. Then a lot of people think of inner child work, which is critical to healing those moments that lacked love. But imagine that inner child work isn't just about, or your inner work isn't just about inner child work, not just about the child part. It's just is important to work through difficult experiences or painful experiences through your adulthood, through your adolescent years. Whatever that was, when you were brought down, when you felt like a failure, when somebody broke your heart, all of those experiences matter. And guess what? Those also had huge lessons for you. Even if you didn't realize it then, now you have the chance, right? They're there for a reason. They were there for a reason. People who let you down, they were there for a reason. Even if it happened when you were 25 and you're like, well, that's not really inner child, and I was just having my 3D experience then, I wasn't really thinking too deep about it, so that was probably just nothing. Nope. Those were, first of all, those pieces of puzzle, or those kind of, let's call them breadcrumbs, or those traces that led you to the spiritual path. Another thought, you are still meant, if you were able to see that as a higher learning experience. And if you didn't then, that you can still do that, especially if you haven't healed that energy. If deep down you still, or if you remember about it, you still think of it as something negative that happened to you, something unfair, something hurtful, that means there's still that opportunity for a lesson there if you go back. Okay, self-compassion time. Going back to something a little bit more positive. So let's see, what kind of self-compassion practice do we have for Divine Feminine today? Watering the flowers. Oh, I love this. Name 3 things that you like about yourself. Notice how receiving recognition makes them that much stronger. I love this. Give yourself compliments about 3 aspects of your personality, of your life, of your beliefs, anything that you like about yourself. 3 things. Admire them. Be grateful for those. What about masculines? Me first. Put down this card and do something kind for yourself. Divine masculines, if you're watching, you're supposed to do something kind for yourself. Right now, right away. Okay, that was lovely. Messages between the twins. Messages from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. Okay. Reach out. Please give me time. I've never felt this way before. I just wish things were different, and let me hold you. Yeah, so Divine Masculines are going through that stuff right now. They're still recalibrating and getting used to their new reality. So they do want to communicate with you. They really need your support and energy. If you're able to reach out via 5D, send them some love, please do that. If you can communicate, start the communication in 3D without jeopardizing your own, boundaries and loving space, do that. They will really appreciate it right now. But just know that they're not happy with how things are in their life right now, and that's the best they can do. That's the success that they've reached now. They're realizing that they want things to be different, right? So of course you may not find them in their best energy right now, but just know that this is also going to change. And you, whatever you do for you do for the twin, so you can help them out by nurturing that loving energy for your own life, you know, in your own situation, and healing those experiences that I was just talking about. From feminine to masculine. Okay, I got a few. I'm addicted to you. Gossip only hurts more. Now is not the time. And you make my heart full. So yeah, it's a mirror effect I would see here, that feminines definitely have a lot of love, like emotional love and physical attraction to the masculines right now. But they're also going through that stuff. And I'm getting that gossip is not actually even about the two of you, but it's something that was about divine feminine's life. That someone spoke about something somewhere, right, that didn't work out really well, let's put it that way. So divine feminine is also taking time for herself to take care of her own stuff, but divine masculines, if you're watching, just know that your feminine has a lot of love and attraction for you at this time, at least in the 5D space. It's all there. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon. Bye, everyone.